Okay, so this is scary. Just like heads up. Everybody here who came up and talked, I just want to say, way to go. That was terrifying, right? I'm really scared right now. So, and I'm really impressed with all of you and all the people who are coming up next. I know you're terrified. I was just sitting over there going, oh my God. Okay, it's going to be okay. I'm really used to being scared because I'm a business owner. Right? How many business owners in the audience? Fair number. Oh my God. Okay, so it's everybody. And how many people here who aren't business owners are thinking of starting a business? Anybody? We got a couple people going on here. All right. So it's really scary. Just in case you didn't know that, it's terrifying. It's a lot like public speaking. And you might not know this, but you're revolutionaries. In the 1970s, we had a quiet revolution. And women were leaving the home. We were leaving the home in droves to enter the labor market and become part of the workforce. We called it the Quiet Revolution because nobody was really talking about it, but it was happening. It changed the world. 20 years later, we're doing something else, and you are all part of that revolution. This is a new revolution today. Women are building businesses. We're returning home very often, but we're not doing the same things we were doing in the 50s and 60s. We're returning home to be entrepreneurs. Women today are opening businesses at a much faster rate than men. In 2011, I got some stats here. All right. In 2011, women held majority ownership in 16% of small businesses in Canada. We employed 1.5 million people. We put $148 billion into the Canadian economy. It's huge, right? It's kind of a big deal. It's really cool. So in the last 40 years, you changed everything. You changed the workplace. You changed business. You changed families. It's huge. But that wasn't what you were thinking when you were doing it. You were thinking about your family. You were thinking about yourself and your lifestyle. You were thinking about your children, and you were thinking about just getting through the day. I talk to and work with business owners all the time, and we talk about, probably the number one thing we talk about is fears, and that's why when I came up here, I was like, oh, that's scary. But it's a lot like running a business, and I'm going to talk about the 4 major fears that everybody talks to me about. And I'm going to just blank out for a second. There we go. Okay. These 4 things is what everybody thinks about every single day. As a business owner, you are constantly thinking about these things, and we need to be able to recognize them and move on. So, fear number 1, caring what other people think. Yeah, okay. We're built to care about what other people think. We're community creatures. It matters to us what other people think, and it's really, really, really hard when people doubt us. And when you go to open a business, everybody doubts you. Absolutely everybody. People you care about, people who you think should be the most supportive people behind you, supporting you, say, yeah, go ahead. And instead they're saying things that are really, really upsetting. They're saying things like, you don't know what you're doing. That's a really bad idea. You're actually gonna suck at this. If you do this, you're a bad mom. You've heard that, I've heard that, it sucks. You're a bad wife, you're a bad mother, you're a bad friend, you're a bad sister. Everybody is gonna doubt you. And you're gonna have a really hard time not caring what other people think, because we are built that way. So what do we need to do to move past that? We gotta put on our emotional flak jackets. We gotta thicken our skin. We gotta put some crutches around us that support us. I've got mine right here. Both of these. They're helping me. We got to surround ourselves with people like the people in this room who are going to cheer us on. And they're going to say, yeah, it's going to be okay. And my number 1 crutch for dealing with that fear is spite. I'm not even kidding. That is my number 1 motivator. So one of my favorite movies is Almost Famous, and in it, the lead character is talking to Lester Bangs, this famous reporter, and he says, all the kids at school hate me. And Lester says, yeah, you'll see them all again on their journey to the middle. So use spite. Go ahead, let them underestimate you. Fear number 2, numbers. Who's not a numbers person? And out of all of you who aren't numbers people, how many of you like music? You appreciate music? Art? Yeah, absolutely. So Susan and I were talking about this beforehand, and we were talking about brains. And the part of the brain that is activated when you listen to and appreciate music is the same part of your brain that uses math. You good at music? Do you like music? You can do math. We've been taught math all wrong, all the way along. We've been told, and this is where I'm going to try and do the slide thing. And it's not going to work. Oh, there it is. This actually happened, and it pissed me off. We have been told that if we are carrying 2 X chromosomes, we are bad at math. And that is, can I say this? That's bullshit. You are not bad at math. You are not bad at numbers. This is a language. Numbers simply are a language that we use to communicate tools and ideas. They are not scary. They're just little squiggles on the page, just like words. They're politicians. They can be manipulated. You can take control of your numbers. So get over the fear. Numbers aren't hard. Barbie was wrong. Move past it. Take control of your numbers and work within all of them. They are what you're going to get. That's how your business is going to proceed. Okay, so fear number 3. Stress. Got any parents in the room? Got some bad mothers out there? Yeah, all right. Me too. How would you describe the first 3 years of parenting? Right, it was awesome, wasn't it? No, it sucked. So here's mine, no sleep. I was exhausted. I had no free time, I had no money, I had no friends, right? Nothing. And it was awful. And yet we still did it, right? You know, it was exciting and it was worth it. And, you know, some people even do it more than once. Beyond me. But operating your business is a lot like raising kids. It's scary, it's stressful, nobody likes you, everybody tells you you're bad at it, and you feel terrible about it all the time. But once you get past it, you create something very, very cool. You create something that's worth it, it's exciting, and you want to be a part of it. So do the same things that you did when you were preparing for parenting. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have no time, it's gonna suck, and I'm not gonna have any friends. Plan for it, get a babysitter, build some structures around your business. Don't try to fit it in between the rest of your life. Just build for it. Know that the first 3 years are going to be horrible. And you're going to love it and you're going to hate it, just like you love and hate your kids. But you didn't throw your babies down the stairs. Don't throw your business away. It gets better. So, fear number 4, and this is the last thing that you have to get over. And I hear it all the time, and I heard it, I think it was Susan who said it as well earlier. Well, I'm 47 years old. We're afraid that we're too old. Other people are doing something else that we're not doing. They're getting further ahead than we are. They have houses and cars and, I don't know, boyfriends and, you know, lives that we don't have. And we're scared. We're behind the 8 ball. We feel like we're always running to catch up. And the reality is, you've got time. You have your own pace. You can do this, and you don't need to be comparing yourself to other people. You don't know what's going on in their lives. I, as a financial planner, very often do, and I can tell you all the things you think that they're doing. They're not. And they're just as scared as you are, and they feel just as awful as you do about how far behind they think they are from everybody else. So my advice is, think like a colonel. The colonel did not achieve success until his 60s. You have time. Thank you.